Hi everyone! Today I'll be showing you how to crochet a cute little hanging basket. It's going to look something like this, and you can actually hang it up and put things inside of it if you want. Now, there are different sizes that I will put up on my blog, and today I'll be making the smallest size basket with this colored yarn, and you can go ahead and if you want to make a larger size, you can still follow my tutorial here. Just be sure to also take a peek at the written pattern so you know where to put more stitches or more rows, etc. Alright, so to get started, all you need is super bulky yarn. I'm using, I'll put a link in the description box below with the type of yarn that I'm using. This is from Darn Good Yarn, and it is super bulky chiffon ribbon yarn. And this is a 9mm crochet hook. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so to get started, you're going to go ahead and begin with a magic ring. And in your magic ring, you will insert 6 single crochets for the very first round. So, getting my ring started and insert your hook. Let's do 6, that's 1. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That completes the first round. You're going to pull on that yarn tail just to tighten up your loop. And we can go right into round 2. Round 2 is quite simple. You're just going to increase all the way around. Increase, which means to put 2 single crochets in each stitch. So here's the first one. I'm going to insert 2 here. So that's 1 and 2. Then insert 2 into the next stitch. Stitch 3 and 4. So then go all the way around till you have your 12 stitches done. Now that you've got your 12 stitches done, you're going to go to the third round, I mean. In the third round, you're going to single crochet and increase in the next one, then repeat around. So single crochet, increase, etc. So let's get that started. I'll do the first couple slowly. Single crochet, increase, and around. Single crochet, increase, oops, and continue on, okay? So that's it for round 3. We're going to move on to round 4, and that's going to be following the pattern, single crochet 2, increase, single crochet 2, increase, all the way around. That'll end with 24 stitches at the end. And we'll show you the first bit. So that'd be 1, 2, and here's where you increase, 2 single crochets in a single stitch. Like that, and all the way around. Alright, so that's it for round 4, and what you're going to do after that is go ahead and continue following the pattern around for round 5, going up to 30 stitches, 6 going up to 36, and then we will meet back at round 7, where we're going to do something a little bit different from the previous rounds. Alright, so here I've ended at round 6, and I am at 36 stitches all the way around. For round 7, what we're going to do here differently is we're going to start off by inserting 3 single crochets right in the very first stitch, and then single crochet all the way around. So to show that, I'm going to first use a marker so that I can kind of see where I am. I just like to use the tail end of my piece here. You could use an actual yarn marker if you want, or a stitch marker, sorry. And seeing my first stitch here, I'm going to insert 3 single crochets. That's going to be 1, 2, and 3, all in the same stitch. There we go. Now that you've done those 3 single crochets, you're going to go around just single crocheting 1 in each stitch, like so. Alright, so now I finished round 7. For round 8, what you're going to do, and for the next few rounds, is we're going to continue doing the whole single crochet around thing, but we're going to increase by putting 3 single crochets in the same stitch right above that middle one of the third, sorry, let me explain that better. So we did 3 single crochets in one stitch in round 7. In round 8, you're also going to add those 3 single crochets, and they're going to go in the middle stitch of that cluster. So here's what it will look like. As you start round 8, you're going to single crochet, just put a single crochet in the very first one. It's to the right. Now we're at the middle of the cluster. And here you're going to add 3 single crochets all in the same stitch. So here I'm going to put 1, 2, and 3. So these 3 single crochets are sitting right above these 3 single crochets. Now you're going to single crochet all the way around your basket, around this round, just like this. All right, so here we have just finished round 8. Going on round 9, and for the next few where you're doing those triple increases, all you have to do is follow the written pattern well. First it'll tell you to single crochet however many to get to that top, or to get to the middle of that increase cluster. So for round 9, for example, we're going to single crochet 2, like so. 1, 2, and that brings me to that the middle stitch in that 3 single crochet increase. On that middle stitch, again, you're going to insert your 3 single crochet increase. So here it is. I'm going to do 1, back in the same stitch, 2, and back in that same stitch, 3. That's 3 single crochets in the same stitch. And again, single crochet all the way around to the end of the round. So we'll meet back here after those series of increases. All right. So now that you've just finished round 10 here, that's the end of the 3 single crochet increases for the small size basket. Now we're going to move on. So at the end of round 10, what you're going to do is actually we're going to have a new start to our next round. So to do that, we're actually going to move up. We're going to single crochet 5 so that we're going to be at the very top of that middle of the 3 single crochet increase. So now if I single crochet 5, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's 5. You're going to be at the top of that that 3 single crochet cluster. There's 5. Now that's going to be the start of our new round. I'm going to pull this out. I don't need my marker anymore to tell us where we're at. So what I'm going to do is start round 11. That's going to be 12 chains first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops. Alright, so that's 12 chains. This is going to make the loop of your basket. Now you're going to continue by putting a single crochet in that same stitch as the last one, which is right here. So I'm going to insert my hook into that same stitch and single crochet. And you see how that makes your loop. Then what you're going to do is continue around. You're going to single crochet 8. So that's 1. And here's 8. Now for this next part, you're going to decrease 13 times around. So we've got to keep count here. Decrease 13. And that means you make 1 stitch over every 2. So first, connecting these 2 stitches here, that's decrease number 1, decrease number 2, decrease number 3, and keep going until you reach 13. Alright, and that's 13 for me. As you can see, because of all that decreasing, your basket starts to take form here, and you can see the bottom edge curve in, and your little raindrop shape up here is looking cute because of your loop. Now for this last part, all you have to do is single crochet 8. So let's start that. That's 1, 2, 3. All right. And now that you've come to the loop, we're going to go with the next round. This is going to be the very, very last one. What you're going to do is insert 12 single crochets into this 12 chain loop. So you're going to do it like this. Just insert your hook in the loop, pull out for a single crochet. So that's 1, insert, pull out, 2, 10, and here's 11 and 12. All right, and let me straighten this out a little bit. It looks kind of clunky. There we go. All right, so that's 12 single crochets in the 12 chain loop. And next, all you have to do is, actually skip that next stitch, and then now all you have to do is slip stitch all the way around this round. So it's like this. You're just going to slip that through, next stitch, slip, and all the way around. Your basket might seem kind of deformed right now, but don't worry, you will get a chance to stretch it out and kind of use your hands after you're all done with the crocheting part, to make it look, to stretch it and make it look the way it should. So just going around. I chose to do a single crochet around the very end because it creates this nice looking border. Now I have to say I'm not used to working with this type of fiber. This yarn is very pretty, and I love the effect that it gives, but I'm a little bit slower working with it than normal yarn because I'm not used to it quite yet. But it definitely, I definitely recommend trying it out for home dec projects, such as baskets like this, because it provides a lot of rigidity to the project that normal yarn wouldn't. Especially if you're using something like acrylic. Acrylic would stretch a lot for baskets, so try and avoid acrylic yarn. This yarn here is definitely going to make my basket have a lot of support and structure, so it'll hold up really nicely even if I put heavier objects inside. Alright, so at the very end here, what you're going to do is you're actually going to cut a long strand. So let me grab some scissors real quick. I recommend cutting at least 15 to 18 inches. Just kind of eyeball it. So I'm gonna, let me see, maybe this much here. Because what you're gonna do, in here you can stretch out your basket a little bit. What you're going to do is take this yarn end and you're actually going to wrap it around the loop portion, like so. As you wrap around, your loop will have a distinguishing, kind of like the start and end here from your basket. So it's gives off quite a cute look. And you can wrap it however you'd like to. I'm just choosing to stretch out my yarn here at the very end to make it cover more. Alright, and at the very end, I'm going to actually get a smaller hook. And I'm going to kind of pull it in through this loop. So let's pull that here, and there we go. All right, and all you have to do now is weave in your ends. You've got your starting yarn end and also the finishing yarn end. Just weave those into your basket and it will be good to go, ready to hang up. So again, this is the small size, and I'll have the pattern up on my blog, the written pattern, so you can follow along. If you'd like to support me and either make a donation or buy my PDF pattern file, that would be super appreciated. All those proceeds go to helping me buy more materials for making my videos and my patterns. So you'll see this is the small size, this is the medium size, and I've actually got a large one here in the works. I haven't quite bound it off yet, but this is what, this is to show you the size differences. Oops. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching today. Hope you have a happy time crafting. Bye now.